What's up, guys? Welcome to Past the Pop Culture. My name is Ricky with my co-host here, Mrphen.
Woo!
And today we're gonna be talking about Multiversus. So this is kind of like a take two, though. I do wanna say
come
that.
on.
This is a take two. Okay, so this we already kind of like went over like a lot of the stuff like on the podcast episode that didn't get to make it. So we're gonna kind of go over a few different things because in that time from we recorded, the patch notes just dropped for Multiversus, and we're kind of looking over it. So we're gonna be kind of talking about it, kind of like giving our thoughts on certain things because we did give a review of Multiversus and what we thought, and some of the stuff that we didn't like is getting addressed directly in the patch notes. Yep. So we're kind of going to be looking at that. We are going to talk about Phase 5, Phase 6, and a little bit of Phase 4 for, of course, Marvel, and kind of being disappointed all around in general, I guess. Yeah. That's what it kind of seems like, that we're just... It seems like I don't know. I don't really like the lineup. It seems kind of weak. I don't really know what's like the purpose of what some of this stuff is. But we'll get into that a little bit more. And of course, that is going to have spoilers talk. So if you're not up to date on movies or the TV shows or something, we may mention a character or something that happened there. So it is a general spoiler warning that we will not mention again. So I'm sorry. If
go watch the 2 years of content real quick.
Yeah. Go watch the, what is it, like 40 hours of content?
Yeah, 48 hours. And then come back.
That's crazy, dude. Like,
it's the longest.
Like it's the longest, and it's basically double. Yep. And we have like the least amount of like substance in it, which is kind of sad because, well, I guess we'll just jump into the Marvel thing since we're talking about it right now, right? Because, well, San Diego Comic-Con 2022 just happened. They had a lot of the panels and stuff like that, and they basically showed off what's going to be for the next 3 years of movies and TV shows. Yeah. So with that being said, the only thing that we're really getting for Phase 4 right here is that we're getting, what is it? Black Panther and
She-Hulk.
What was the other one? She-Hulk. Yeah. So She-Hulk, the CGI is still kind of off for me, but it's a lot better than when they first like.
I don't like it still.
But I think it is. I think they're right because she's just not buff. I think that's what it is. Is that like they're trying to make her not look too buff?
They should have just painted her green, to be honest.
Just painted her green.
I mean, Lou Ferrigno did it, right? So it's like he looks fine. That's more believable than this piece of junk CG.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Of course, this is trailer. This is the trailer, and so it does have a little spoiler if you haven't seen the trailer, but. So Daredevil does show up in the end, of course. We all know that, right? So, of course, with that, they've announced that Daredevil's coming back, right? He's going to have his own TV show. That's like one of like 3 things I'm excited for in the next phase, Phase 5 coming up, because Secret Invasion sounds cool. I really don't care about Guardians of the Galaxy that much. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah.
So, okay, so... maybe it is good that we are recording this today, Ricky, because they just said that in Ant-Man is when they're going to start introducing Kang. So, which I didn't know. So now I kind of called it saying Ant-Man has to be the important movie. And now it's like, oh yeah, now they're going to be starting the Secret War and all that stuff. So it's like, well, maybe now you can see like on the end credit scenes, we can start seeing more like Kang and what the heck he's doing. And maybe Celestial somehow, I don't know. But they got to do something.
Yeah, because we still have that, Celestial out there, with his hand up in the air, and, like on the planet. Yeah, like no one's mentioning that. Blade, I am excited for, which is supposed to be coming out November 3rd, 2023. But man, like same thing, like Agatha, I don't care for. Captain America, I kind of want to see. Thunderbolts. And then we're going into like Phase 6 over here with the 2024. We got Fantastic Four, and then the 2 Avengers movies, the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Where Secret Wars is not coming out to the 2 Avengers movies are not coming out to 2025. So I just feel like there's not really like anything like of substance, because I know we're talking about like half of them are basically just like Disney movie or
TV shows.
TV show for Disney Plus. so it has me kind of a little concerned that they're relying so heavily on this phase with the TV shows being like, because I don't think the TV shows should consider to be part of like the main phase, if that makes sense. Like, because I was kind of like, well, I don't feel like the TV shows should like. I feel like the movies is where it's at, right? When it comes to this stuff, it has to be the movies, right? Like, and so I feel like doing some of this stuff is either like filler or like it's just there to consume and it's not going to really have. It's just that I feel like they need to decide, like, okay, like with Loki, right? Loki was important to watch, you know, so I went back, I watched it, right? And yeah, like, because, you know, if you didn't watch Loki, if you don't have Disney Plus, when we get into like the other stuff,
the next phase,
like, yeah, so they're kind of requiring homework, which I don't mind usually, but I just feel like the commitment from them is like, I felt like you have like Miss Marvel, okay, that's going into the Marvels, but if you didn't watch Miss Marvel, then you're not gonna be like, wait, where'd she come from? On. Yeah, and then because it felt like, and same thing, like, well, we had that problem with WandaVision, right? Where,
that's true.
You know, they're like, oh no, I forgot what's his name, the director. Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi was like, oh, I didn't watch it, and I just made the movie.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well. They mentioned it like once or twice. And they used some of like the kids there. They used the kids from the show and all that,
which is important in the show, but I guess that doesn't matter.
But like he didn't watch it, like, and then so it's kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's getting a little convoluted here, where it's either it's gonna be important or it's not gonna be important. Because like Moon Knight, while I enjoyed it, it didn't feel like it really impacted the main universe. I
don't think it did at all.
What's going on? It didn't really like mention anything. It was kind of its own self-contained thing, which I'm fine, but I just like, I need to know this because like I don't want to skip something and then be like, oh no, that was important, you're supposed to watch that, and then like the one that I do watch, and then it's like, oh no, that didn't matter so far. I mean, I'm sure Moon Knight's gonna matter a little bit later on, he's gonna show up and stuff, but so far I don't know, maybe he'll show up and Blade, Daredevil, I don't know.
How?
I mean, I don't know what he's gonna show up in. But yeah, I don't really know. Like, it just felt kind of like convoluted. I think that's the best way. Like, what they're kind of going with here. Interesting that they made Secret Invasion a TV show, but then but it's gonna be going along with, you know, Echo, Loki, Ironheart, Agatha, which, you know, Daredevil is. Secret Invasion and Daredevil are the two TV shows I'm definitely gonna watch. Loki, I don't know if it's important. I guess I will. Echo, Ironheart, and Agatha probably are not gonna have much.
I would be mad, like, kind of mad, like especially if they make Agatha somehow relevant when she's dead. Spoiler, but or whatever. And it's like, it's about her past. It's like, don't tell me they're gonna go to her past and like one person she encounters is super important and it's like for the next movie or something. It's like, please don't do that. I don't want to watch it.
I don't know. But no, like, because like if you go on to, you know, Twitter and stuff like that, people are like, where's the X-Men?
Yeah. So yeah, people are trying to figure out, it's like, wait, so they're gonna be doing Secret Wars, whatever it's called, without X-Men? Because people think X-Men's not gonna even be around for that. It's just going to be like, Fantastic Four.
People are thinking like Phase 7, Phase 8, like with 2025 plus, like it's going to have to be.
They need to, you know, hey, at least some kind of mention, maybe one character.
Well, but if you watched Miss Marvel, at the very end, where the best.
Okay, one word. Come on.
You have a mutation.
Yeah.
In your genes. You're different from your family. It looks like you have a mutation. And it's like, okay, so that hints at mutants. It's like, let's wait 6 years before we get mutants.
Yeah.
I mean,
remember that one word 6 years ago?
Fantastic Four, okay, like in the year 3000 or whatever, so it's fine. But it's.
And what if that sucks?
Yeah, like, well, let's be honest here. Fantastic Four hasn't had the best track record.
What, third time's a charm, or what's going on with that? You know,
ever. Yeah. So I think basically, I don't think they know what they're doing right now. I think the multiverse was a little too much to chew on personally.
Especially because it's not even finished.
Yeah, because we're basically finished phase 4, right? We got a couple things left. What was phase 4, bro?
Filler arc.
Like filler arc.
Like I said, it's all about the emotions.
Yeah, but like Wakanda Forever does look good. I do like it because we were talking about Namor. He looks sick, super sick. I gave him a lot of praise when we recorded back then on the other one. But basically, I love the Aztec thing. It was really good. But yeah, I don't know because I did eventually watch Loki pretty recently, and I felt like it was good for like 2-3 episodes, and then like it was mainly like when they got into like the void. I thought that was kind of cool when you started seeing all the other Lokis, especially like the old Loki.
Yeah,
like the 60s costume.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But I don't know. Like it's just start giving me the good stuff, man. I think that's what it is because it's like we've had a long time. Like I said, was it like 30-40 hours worth of content and
the longest it's ever been.
And there really hasn't been like a good setup. Like, cause how long ago did Loki come out? That was like a year or two ago, right?
Last year.
Yeah, like, and then it's taken this long to just get announced that we're gonna have King come back, and then so that's what it kind of feels like. Cause Loki season 2 is not till 2023, so summer 2023. So this time next year. So we'll probably touch on that a bit more. And then, but it's like I don't really. And then, okay, besides Ant-Man, I don't know what other ones are gonna.
They have to.
Maybe Secret Invasion are gonna talk about it a bit more.
Are they gonna wrap it up? Like, what's the whole point of the multiverse and all that? Like,
well, I don't know, cause like, so there's no Spider-Man, right? Like you mentioned that there's no Spider-Man.
There's no
right?
not yet. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not yet. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna make Spider-Man a Disney Plus series. I think he makes way too much money for them to do that.
Well, because they still have to touch on, Tom Hardy showing up.
Yeah, and then because Venom showed up. What's going on with that? Like, it is multiverse time, but I don't really. So we don't have a Spider-Man, so I'm not sure if he's gonna start just showing up in other people's movies. Right, like maybe like Ant-Man, you'll kind of hear something about like a wall crawler or something.
Oh, that's right, because everybody forgot him.
Everyone forgot about him, so he's kind of been like booted out in a way. So I'm not sure how they plan on handling that, especially when you start getting to Secret Wars and stuff like that. Because I'm assuming they're gonna want to just bring everybody in for that, whoever they can.
Did they even talk about Sinister Six?
I mean, there's no Spider-Man, so there's no Sinister Six.
Wait, I just thought like right now. I was like, wait, they're making a Craven movie, right?
But that's Sony.
But
so I don't know how they plan on doing that. I don't think Sony ever plans on merging with Marvel fully for this. Like they have Vulture, I guess. Like, but like Morbius, right? Like, for like the 2 people that saw that, like it.
Wait, that's us too?
Yeah.
Wait,
but,
so
I don't know, like it just seemed like a little like okay, like interesting, like Blade, of course. I'm a simp for Blade, so like you have to have him in. I'm just glad we're getting him in.
Everybody's a simp for Blade.
Yeah. Like if you didn't enjoy the Blade movies, like what's wrong with you, dude? Like that literally is the reason why we have Marvel today, man. So you always gotta put respect on Blade's name. But like so no Spider-Man. No. Okay, so there's nothing about like the what you call it, the Celestials or the Eternals or something like that. So it's gonna be a while before that gets touched on again.
No mention of the Eternals too.
Yeah. What was the other one? Like Black Knight or whatever it is. The
is that his name? Black Knight? Well, that's supposed to be for Blade, so I think that's gonna relate to Blade.
That's gonna be related to Blade.
Yeah, okay. I believe so.
So maybe we'll get something there.
Shang-Chi, no mention of Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, I'm thinking, so Wong's gonna be in, not She-Hulk, it's Black Panther.
Black Panther, right? Yeah, he's in Black
Yeah.
Panther. I
Oh
saw
no
the
no no
trailer.
no no. Okay, yeah, no. Wong comes for She-Hulk. Yeah.
Oh.
So Wong's gonna be in that. So he may show up. So maybe the Shang-Chi. I don't know because I was expecting Shang-Chi to kind of show up a little bit.
Yeah, because remember
Like,
at the very
in
end, they're like,
Multiverse of
wait a
Madness.
minute. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're so I thought they were gonna be related to that. Like he was gonna be at the temple or something. I think that would, but I don't know. I'm not connecting the dots here, but you know I'm sure Kevin Feige has, like,
See, that's the
plan.
thing. They're gonna have to connect the dots in the next 2 movies, because She-Hulk's now talking about Wong, and it's like, well, we're still in this multiverse arc. It's like, how the heck are they gonna wrap this up?
Yeah, because
like, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, because it's like, I think maybe it's just too wide now. I think the multiverse is kind of like making this too like elaborate now. I think, but at the same time, it's like we're not really getting anything too crazy here, if that makes sense. Like,
well, yeah, we're not, but like nothing's making sense. So
it's like we're getting a lot of stuff, but it's like, yeah, I don't know how to word it. Like, it's just kind of like
a lot of stuff
spot
with no substance. It's like, hey, new hero, guess what? You're not gonna see him for another 50 years.
Yeah, and I think that's the hard part, because it's like, okay, what do they put to Disney Plus? What do they give, like, who do they give the movies to?
And then especially because it's called Avengers, who are the Avengers?
Yeah, like, you know, half of them are gone.
I don't know. And then nobody remembers Spider-Man, so how? I don't know.
Yeah,
the more we talk about this, the more I hate Marvel.
I feel like because they're putting Spider-Man on the back burner, like it kind of like they kind of have to, right? I mean, of course, you know, No Way Home, just phenomenal, right? Like that's, to me, like that's the end of
Marvel,
like the hype for Marvel, right? Like that was like
yeah, that's true.
That was peak, right? Like that was it. Like that was as good as it got, and then I don't know if we can ever like reach that hype again.
We never will, ever.
Because that was, if we're being honest, that was like 2 decades in the making, right? Like
literally, yes.
Yeah, so it was like, to get something like that again, it's just impossible.
See, I just don't like that, because even like, oh yeah, Fantastic Four's coming, it's like, I don't care anymore. You guys took way too long. And then no mention of X-Men, so it's like
Jessica Alba.
And then you're like, well, now hold on.
And then you're like,
sign me up.
Well, bring me back for that Fantastic Four reboot. But no, seriously though, yeah, they're having some weird kind of choices here. Guardians of the Galaxy, I feel like didn't really have to get made. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if that's controversial, but I feel like I'd rather have had like something
Peacemaker
else.
season 2, please. Thank you.
Yeah, James Gunn, leave Marvel. You don't need that.
I mean, I'm just saying, Peacemaker's way better than, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and probably 3.
So no, okay, because Peacemaker is just what Guardians of the Galaxy should be been. Like. It's like unhinged, right? Like Guardians of the Galaxy is like the light version, right? It's like the PG-13 version. Of
Imagine, like, let's think about this. What if he makes Guardians of the Galaxy 3 like Peacemaker?
Then yeah, sign me up, man. That would be crazy. You're gonna get
that's the only movie it can work, 100%. And I'm like thinking about now, he has to do that. He's saying he's saying it's more mature, but that probably just means more stupid
like
jokes.
Echo, I mean, sure, like because that's only a TV series, so that's fine. But it's just like, man, like I don't know. Like Captain America makes sense, right? Because that's a mainline, you know.
Because now it's the Falcon guy, so it's like I do want to see what happens with that, because I like.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know, man, but it just seems kind of off. Like they're doing it this way.
It just all depends on the last 3 things.
I just feel like they're not giving us the whole thing. They can't be giving us the whole thing.
Well, they can't because they don't even know the whole thing. That's the thing.
I know, but like they can't. Like there has to be, like, dude, like. Because look at this, dude. Like you see, everything's in Phase 5. The majority of it, 2023.
Yeah.
Most of it, like there's 3. Well, Agatha is crossing from 2023 into 2024. So really, there's only 2 truly 2024 like things going on, and that's Daredevil and Captain America.
Yikes.
So we got 1 movie. Like, so yeah, there's more going on. This can't be the official. Things have to.
You don't think so? You think they're hiding stuff?
I think they have to be hiding stuff. They have to, dude. You can't tell me like this is not a sane timeline. Like
it seems empty, right?
It's empty, yeah. Because look, so we're getting 1 movie, 2 movies, 3 movies, so 4, 5 movies in Phase 5. So like everything else is just Disney Plus. So we're getting the 5 movies.
Well, I guess they want to go back to being like only 20 hours a timeline or something instead of it being 48 hours.
They're giving us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shows.
They're all gonna be 6 episodes or 8 or whatever.
Yeah, so it's like I'd rather have them kick out Agatha.
True.
Like all the other movies, all the other shows, just so that we can fit movies in.
Just fit them all together into one show. How about
2 movies? Like 2 movies. Like I'd rather trade all these for like 2 movies, if I'm being honest. Like you can do Secret Invasion as a movie, and then like.
Well, it all depends on what they're gonna try to cover, right?
Yeah.
Like Agatha, that just doesn't fit. Like Agatha, why? We don't. No, that doesn't matter at all. Like that can get out of there, right?
Yeah, I mean, Agatha to me was just more like, okay, like she's just a villain. Okay, like
wrong place, wrong time.
Like, I wanna kind of move on. Like that's how I kind of felt like I want to see the real big baddies. But I don't know, unless they make her like more of a threat. Like no Deadpool, no X-Men.
I thought Deadpool 3 was supposed to come out next year.
Yeah, that's why I don't know if like this is just announcements only. Like I don't know what's the real timeline, you know? Like I don't
and he's
really
part of the universe now. Wait a minute.
Yeah, so like I don't really know. There's no Venom, no nothing. Like so yeah, this can't be a complete timeline. This is probably just whatever they're allowed to announce. I think that's it.
You have too much faith in Marvel.
I think this is just what they're allowed to announce because it just seems weird. Like why so many TV shows, dude? You have more TV shows than movies.
I know. Don't they know people are watching movies now?
Maybe you know what? Maybe this got all confirmed. You know,
during the
height of the pandemic. So then they're like, oh, we're probably gonna have to do mainly just. I think maybe that's why we're not getting a lot of good content. And
no, I don't believe that actually because
people aren't going to the theater.
No, because half of that stuff it's still being like either going to start in production or is about to be over in production. So that can't be true. Like they just started all this. Marvel's stupid.
It's just I don't know, man. It seems kind of weird. Things kind of they're not lining up for me, man. Like I don't know. It's just I feel like they have to announce more.
Yeah, Marvel Universe, a big old question mark right now, and not a good way either.
It's like Echo, okay, like.
But like why?
I like the Hawkeye TV series, but that's because it's like
it's Hawkeye.
I mean, but like, did I need it? No.
Exactly.
Would I rather have them not do it and then push some of the like more important stuff forward? Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would trade most of the TV shows away to push up the timeline to actually be getting the good stuff, like the movies that we need to have to actually watch to see. Same thing like at Sacrifice Guardians of the Galaxy, unless they're going to start doing with like. Unless they're gonna start doing something with the Celestials, like and the Eternals, like they run into.
They kind of have to, right? Because they're the only ones that encountered a Celestial, right? His dad.
Yeah. Maybe I think because the Eternals, if I remember right, like they're on that ship, right? They get taken away.
Yeah, they get captured.
So I'm thinking maybe the Guardians of the Galaxy could accidentally stumble across them. I don't know. I don't know. It's because I really thought Thor, this last one, was going to kind of set something up here.
It did not.
But it's just kind of like a one-off thing. And I think, yeah, like the pandemic kind of ruined a lot of the stuff and like the timelines of everything.
They killed off the 2 good characters.
Yeah. So with that being said, all I care about, Blade, Daredevil.
Is DC Universe. Oh, yeah, Blade, sorry.
And yeah.
DC Super Pets.
Yeah, DC Super Pets. Now that's the real.
That comes out this week, Ricky. Huh? No?
I guess we'll go see it. We'll go see it.
You will.
We'll be
100%. You will.
We'll be 2 grown men in the theater.
Hey, I'm here for DC Super Pets. Like the TikToks, you know how they dress up for the movies?
Yeah, they dressed up with the Chad chin. I'm here for DC Super Pets. That's what that was the thumbnail, I guess. I'm here to watch DC Super Pets. That's the real movie we all need to watch. That's the real movie. Because yeah,
good movie.
Marvel here. DC Super Pets is like here.
I mean, The
like,
Rock plus Kevin Hart, like
dude,
Keanu Reeves.
It's just the Rock movie. That's it. That's just it.
What? No, Keanu Reeves is in there.
It's like it's gonna be interesting watching that one, dude.
Look, they both said it's for all audiences. Okay, so we can go see it. It's not gonna be weird at all.
Yeah.
XD. Just kidding. I would not waste $13 on this.
You wasted like you ended up wasting the $13 for Nope because everyone in the theater was like chewing loud and all that stuff.
Oh, that was annoying. It was a good movie though.
Bro.
I give it like an 8.
But yeah, okay, so because we got on the multiverse stuff for a while. So
Multiversus.
We have multiverses now. Yeah. So we were saying like, oh wow, like this is kind of like a trend, you know, the whole multiverse thing, right? Like getting all these characters together and all that. Kind of interesting. But yeah, so multiverses. So we kind of so well, it's open beta, but today is it officially out? Or
yeah, so the 26th is official open beta release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So pretty much everyone has access to it.
Yeah, you can play it now, yeah.
So yeah, so when this goes up, you're gonna have access to it definitely.
It's actually breaking records.
Yeah. So what would you say? 200,000 people.
200,000. That's the highest ever for a fighting game, and that's only on Steam. That's not including PlayStation, Xbox, or whatever.
So definitely there are some smart plays here. Of course, you know, adding DC characters for one, right? Like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn. Adding a lot, of course, like a lot of people's favorites, you know, cartoon characters, you know, Finn, Jake, you know, Steven Universe,
LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron James just been confirmed. We're not even memeing on that. That's like
you can actually play him now. By the way, he broke the servers.
You think most people are playing that just to play LeBron James? But yeah, I don't know. But anyways, okay, so some patch notes came out because some of my complaints are gonna be a little outdated, right? Because like Taz was just tearing it up. I mean, no pun intended, I guess, but he was like, it was just I used him and like all you did was just use his like I think it's his up special or whatever. It's just his
because it goes through everything.
Yeah, it's just stupid. You can't really like it's very difficult to block or like to hit it. Like it's tough. Yeah, so that was like my huge complaint with Taz because it was literally you're just playing on easy mode. How that just got in the game in the first place where you can just like spam that and they didn't notice that. I don't know, you know, but I'm glad they're getting rid of it. But yeah, so a lot of my complaints kind of stem from the perk system. I don't like perks in fighting games, right? And Justice 2, I did not like it. And every time I feel like they add in some sort of perk system into a fighting game, it's not that successful, I feel like, or it's just like it doesn't like have usually a strong following because you go play online and then it's like you have some kid who has like some stupid perk that gives them like all this extra health or shield or whatever, and it's like, oh my gosh. Like some of the stuff they had on here though was like 20% less velocity when you get like bounced off stuff. Like could you imagine like in Smash Bros 20% less velocity or something on a hit, you know? Like
that'd be beautiful.
I don't know, like yeah, like there was just some stuff where it was like you would do like 10% damage in the air, like 10% more damage in the air, where I was like, dude, if this was Smash Bros and they added that in, you would have people raging and flipping out. Like there would be like, you know, riots in the streets because of that. Everyone would be protesting at like Nintendo if they added stuff like that. But of course, these are two different games though. But I just don't like the perk system. I feel like if you have the good perks, definitely you can tell. Like when you're fighting, it does feel like a little like, oh my gosh, dude, like, are you serious? Like that's ridiculous.
Well, so because I am reading the patch notes, so a lot of perks are getting nerfed.
Yes.
So, But it's interesting because none of them are just a flat damage increase that are getting nerfed. It's more like the utility stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think they're probably, it seems like the way that they want to, like, from looking at this, just like a high level, it seems like they kind of just want to do like soft nerfs. Like they just want to do like, okay, what if we tweak this just a little bit? Like, what if we did this instead of that? That's what it seems like, the kind of mindset that they're going with. Because it seems like, which is fine. I think it's fine. Like I don't like it when it's like, oh, like this thing that's overpowered. Yeah, we're gonna make it so underpowered where now no one's gonna use it. Yeah, so it's like I'm fine with them doing like, okay, well, like yeah, like Superman's ground attack has armor removed from the attack, but will now break armor. Like that's an interesting change. That's
really that's
yeah. So like that's I mean, yeah, it's a nerf in the sense where okay, their armor's removed, but now you break armor, so it's a slight buff. So it's like they're kind of mixing things around to see.
So that's definitely a counter for people who have armor.
Yeah. So I mean, what I kind of like is that it seems like they're gonna try to keep things as fresh as possible. Instead of just turning down values, they're gonna actually change what certain moves do. So that could I think that's good in the long run because it kind of keeps things a little bit fresher.
They did all these changes too in less than like what 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's huge. So
they are working hard, and of course, it seems like they're being rewarded, right? 200,000 people, right? Peak. I don't think the game's bad. I do feel like it is missing a little bit of that. I don't know, like that sauce that I was kind of saying. Like I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's just I'm just Super Smash Bros.
I think
and that's what it is. Or
I played it again.
It is fun.
It's fun, but it's hard to explain. There's something missing, like you keep saying. Like Smash is just like you can play it, you'll know you have fun, you'll feel satisfied, and then you have a smoke after. But for like Multiversus, it's like I need more, or like something's missing. It wasn't as good as I wanted.
I mean, yeah, the philosophy of the gameplay is a little bit different. I think what I do like about Multiversus though is that this is very 2v2 oriented, which I like a lot because I like going online with like a buddy and just playing for hours, just eating chips and stuff, fighting people online. Right? Like that's what I like to do.
Not to brag, but I have a 90% win rate with you. 1v1 me, bro.
But wait. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't think we want to start the 1v1s right now. But
sub challenge.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we should do that though. We should. I've been wanting to have the Friday fight nights again, where you get all the cousins together and play fighting games. But with that being said, my other complaints was just like so it was just mainly the perks. I'm glad they already introduced a character already, and is kind of light on the character selection for these kind of games. I feel like that, but at the same time, like. It's not too little characters. Right. I think it's an okay amount, right? Like you're not going to get 40 characters right out of the gate, right? That's a very tall order. But I do hope that every couple months or monthly or however they want to do it, they add in a new character. The other thing though was like, so you can pay. It was like $40 to like unlock everything in the game.
I think it was like 100 and something.
Oh, just to buy the game for the characters. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry. Buy all the characters in the game. But yeah, you're saying it was like 100 and something for everything.
Everything, yeah.
So that is kind of steep, but they are giving the game out for free. So
I mean, look, I at this point of time, I think it's kind of worth it. Like if you actually enjoy the game, which I kind of do. I mean, I'm not gonna pay $100 and something, but it's like you can just get everything. But like even if you keep playing, it's not that hard to unlock everything. So
but yeah, they haven't made it like exceptionally difficult. Like we're not having Battlefront 2 over here, where you got to play like a million hours.
It's not Diablo Immortal.
Yeah, well, you got to pay like 6 figures just to unlock
$500,000 and you'll be decent.
Build a character.
But I didn't know they had the free character rotation.
So yeah, so that also too, I think it's kind of interesting that they had the free character rotation. I don't know how to feel about it 100% because like. That's like it does give a chance for you to try. Yeah, like it does give you a chance to try out some of the other characters and this and that if you haven't unlocked them. But I don't know. It is kind of weird, but I think mainly it's just like the leveling system's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't really have a problem with it, but definitely if you're just a higher level, it's not necessarily like just a skill thing. Like you just play, right?
You have a higher
So
chance of winning
you
for
unlock
sure.
the perks, but then because you unlock those perks, it does give you the advantage. I hope that when a rank comes out, a ranked, competitive version of this, which hasn't come out yet, but it's the open beta, so I'm not going to complain just yet. But hopefully, official release, we're getting that ranked mode, right? Like a good actual ranked mode, like not just like what's your score? Okay, here, face this guy. Wow, that guy's really good. Why? Like, you know what I mean? Like that. Like, hopefully they have a good, solid, like competitive scene in general,
I
but
hope
definitely
so.
like a ranked mode will be good. And I'm hoping they have that, but definitely they have to take out the stupid perks, dude. Like they can't. You can't do that. Like the perk system, I feel like that would kind of like.
I mean,
I don't know.
they can do it, but they would have to change a lot more than just.
They would have to make the perks a lot weaker. I feel like they
Yeah.
can't be having 20% less velocity here. Like it would have to be like 2. Like you'd have to drop to 0 on that.
Or like 20%, make it 5 if it's stacked. 3% by yourself, not 20%.
Yeah. Like I mean, because like it's enough to feel it. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's definitely enough where you feel the difference. Like when you get like faster aerial speed or triple jump. You know what I mean?
Like triple jump. Like come on, guy.
Yeah, like it is a little like it does feel a little unfair. Like when you're leveling up a character and then
I wonder if anybody's done like the math, like the differences between everything. Like I mean, it's pretty still early, but I wonder if somebody would be willing to do the math and see if like the perks actually make a huge difference. I would be very interested in that.
Like you get the side by side, like if it's just like okay.
Yeah, like here's this without the 20% increase. Here's this with the 10. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I mean that would be interesting. I hope someone ends up doing that. I don't think we'll end up doing that. I don't feel like being a math nerd.
Yeah, I suck at math. So what's 1 + 1?
Yeah, so yeah.
Fish.
But yeah, so I don't know, but I am very happy to see that they pushed out the patch notes, and that kind of makes me a little bit happier. I think it goes from more. I was putting this at a 7, but after seeing the patch notes, how their kind of like mindset going into this is, and like they already announced a new character. I mean, and they announced it and they put him in, right? Like
literally,
I would say it's like an 8.
And then like 3 days, they gave it all. Here you go.
Yeah, like I'll give it more of an 8. Like I think
yeah,
the
I can
8
agree
is
with that.
more taking it into like a good faith. I don't think that the devs are like trying to like nickel and dime us necessarily, but they are trying to build some sort of good faith up with the community. It seems.
Yep.
They're pretty engaged. Just all around from what I've been seeing, it seems like like they've been talking to professional players, trying to get them going. But again, like look what happened to Nickelodeon. But Nickelodeon didn't have like the same
star power.
Yeah,
or influencer power too.
Like influencer power. I mean, because they tried getting like Hungry Box was literally carrying the entire scene for like the 2 weeks.
Yeah,
right?
but okay, but compare that to Multiversus sponsoring Nick Mercs, and he's playing it. So I don't know.
I mean, maybe they had a little more cash to throw their way because
true.
Warner Brothers Studios or whatever. But yeah, like Nickelodeon kind of like just died, and I actually liked that. And they had a cool little it was like a small little scene kind of forming there where people were like playing online, but it just wasn't really like a thing. Also, I just feel like it's a little less toxic. I don't know if that's a little too early to say, but like I've been playing on here. Most people are like a GG kind of guy. Like versus when I'm playing like Nick or Nickelodeon or Smash Bros, you get a little bit more. I mean, I'm toxic on Smash Bros, so it's fine. But I feel like on Multiversus, I'm a little less inclined to be toxic on there. I don't know.
Yeah, because you don't have to be toxic, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's like cause I think it's simply because you can't duck like that easy. Like you can't spam like like the teabag. You can't spam the teabag, so it's like, oh, okay, I don't want to do anything anymore. Dang. You know.
Toxic player over here.
Yeah, it's like if I can't spam my little alt thing or whatever and just like be doing all those little attacks, then just throwing the PK fire on the ground and just just ducking up and down.
That is kind of toxic. Jeez.
Yeah, but I'm just glad you could emote in the fight. That's really all you get. So
I think also because maybe because the characters are being toxic towards each other anyways, Like there's banter between the characters, and it's like I honestly really like that.
Oh yes, the banter is very good.
Yeah.
Probably the best in any fighting game.
It's not
like
generic.
that.
It's not like just like, oh,
No.
you suck or whatever. It's like, oh, Shaggy, huh? It's like, why don't you go eat a sandwich or something, you know? But
yeah, or like, but sometimes they're like when you're 2v2ing, like let's say you're on one team's Shaggy, the other team's Jake, right? Like he'll accidentally call Jake Scooby,
yeah,
right? Like stuff like that. Like I kind of like the dialogue. I feel like that's what was missing in Nickelodeon a lot. Like they were just silent, and then stuff. So it felt kind of weird. But I did like though that in this one they have a lot of voice lines. The music is really good. A lot of it's remixed, right?
Yep.
Absolutely good. Like I love the music while playing it. The voice lines are really good. I think the main difference between something like Nickelodeon and this one has more polish. It's been in the oven longer. While Nickelodeon, I think, was just like they should have saved it for another 6 months to a year. They should have saved it like for a little longer. Because like it didn't have the sounds and some of some of the crazy bugs they had at the beginning just caused people to leave. Like when it came to like grabbing onto ledge, there was just some weird bugs. And just in general, like certain attacks weren't working.
Yeah.
Like so, I think they just needed a little bit longer to do that. But definitely Multiversus, the art style, I do like it. I think it complements the characters very well. For the most part, I do feel like Finn kind of looks like what was that? I said like one of those Fall Guys.
Oh yeah, like the bean or whatever.
Like the roundness of him. Like I don't know, but I mean, he still looks good. But like yeah, like the characters definitely. The jump from 2D to 3D was very good. For these characters, I think for the most part. But yeah, like it's kind of weird that we're getting kind of like a lot of these crossover games now.
But
I don't know.
Will we ever get Mortal Kombat versus DC or DC versus Marvel? Probably not.
DC versus Marvel game would just go crazy, but I don't think they'd ever do that. I don't know why. They would make a stupid amount of money, but
that would make so much money.
Well, it's the same reason why like Marvel versus Capcom, right? Yep. Like when the last Marvel versus Capcom, the one that failed, it wasn't Fate of Two Worlds. It was Infinite or something like that.
Yeah, that
right?
was some stupid name. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Infinite because Fate of Two Worlds. No, I had that one. That one was good. But Infinite. Right, that one was that because the Marvel movies started coming out, so they couldn't get certain characters that were staples, right? Like I think they couldn't get like Magneto, and then they had like there was a couple like I think like Wolverine as well. There, Sentinel, like there's certain like big characters that they just couldn't really get in. So then they had to put like lesser known characters or characters that weren't as enjoyed or liked in the series, but. Marvel didn't want to give him like the star power characters, and then that game failed too because certain characters weren't added in, and of course the game was pretty janky and everything. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't think we're gonna see like another Marvel vs. Capcom, and they basically have said like they have no plans of making another one. Yep. So I don't really see there being like a Marvel fighting game that like Capcom or NetherRealm or whatever.
Like what are they doing?
Make like. They're making Mortal Kombat like 54 or whatever it is. So
they're remaking Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah. But yeah, like I don't really see them doing like a fighting game or anything like that. Especially like a 2D platform fighting game. Yeah. I don't really see them going with that.
That'd be interesting actually, but yeah.
Oh man, what was that? What was that game on PS2? Rise of the Imperfects or whatever it was, like Marvel Rise of the Imperfects or something.
Maybe.
Man, okay.
Why? What about it?
No, like that was like one of the like few like Marvel fighting games. You remember that? It was like a 3D like arena fighter kind of thing. Or not arena fighter, but like you'd be like Spider-Man, you like twip like all around, and then like you're fighting. It was remember like when it was like those aliens were attacking.
Why do I remember that, but I don't know still?
Yeah, but like so like that was like
interesting
way back in the day. But I don't know, I just remember that. Like that'd be funny like bringing something like that again.
I know, for whatever reason I thought you were talking about PlayStation All-Stars. I was like, that game was kind of fun.
PlayStation All-Stars. I don't think PlayStation will ever make another one.
That was fun.
I mean, dude, like it just nobody really like cared about it, I feel like.
Yeah, nobody cared. I think that game was like $20. Not even the people who made it cared.
Yeah, but I would like to see like PlayStation, make their own. Well, like PlayStation also. I don't know though, because I feel like it was kind of weird seeing like Uncharted, Drake
Going
and
against
then
Kratos.
like yeah.
Getting absolutely destroyed with, flying swords. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, so we'll see though. We'll see what we get in the future. Yep. I don't know. There's been weird stuff, right? We're getting LeBron James and a multiverse game right here. So I don't really put anything off the table. We got Super Saiyan like Shaggy.
I hate that so much. Every time I see that in the game, it's now canon. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate that one so much.
I remember you're such a hater for this game, but it is good. It is good, though.
It is, so, and I'll eat my words on that.
So, of course, it's free, so like, there's really no reason like not to try this. Like,
yeah,
I don't know why you would refuse to play this when you can just easily try it out for a couple seconds and then be like,
I agree,
not my thing, and then leave. But yeah, overall, I think it is kind of like, I think this is the year of the multiverses. I guess that's kind of what it is. I think that's the best way to call it.
I'm getting over multiverses stuff. I mean, multiverse stuff, not multiverses.
Yeah, multiverse. Yeah, multiverse. Sorry, yeah.
Whatever
but
the words are.
I just think it's weird because it's like 5-10 years ago, you wouldn't even have thought having a crossover, like.
That's true, but now it's like
movies and video games, and then like the novelty's kind of like worn off, right? Like I think that's what's kind of happened, but
that's the thing I'll never understand. And it's like, oh, the concept seems so cool. Why don't they do that? And now that they did that, we're like, I don't want it anymore. I guess you never meet your heroes quote right there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But we discussed a lot today, so. We were gonna go through more of like the nerfs and stuff, but we spent a lot of time on talking about Marvel and all that, so we don't want this episode getting too long. So I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
But any concluding thoughts, Sven, before I just cut you off?
I would say no. I just want to play Smite, but today's Tuesday.
Yes, today's Tuesday. So
what do I do?
But you can join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on our twitch.tv/PassThePopCulture. Come hang out, talk about all the nerd stuff, man. Video games, movies, TV shows, Marvel, DC, whatever you guys want to talk about. We're always down to talk about. We have a lot of fun on stream discussing different things. And if you want to know when we do go live, it is 2. We're changing it 2.
Yeah.
Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, of course, like I mentioned, Pacific Standard Time. We do have, an Instagram and Twitter where we do mention that when we go live. So if you want to get those notifications on like our stories and stuff, it's at Pass the Pop Culture, pretty much on every social media platform. If you're listening to on YouTube, we'd very much appreciate it if you leave a like and, just a little subscribe. I would very much appreciate that. And then, drop a comment. How are you liking Multiverses? What's the kind of like general sentiment on what's going on for the Marvel multiverse? Do you like Phase 5, Phase 6? How's Phase 4 been treating you? I don't know. But let us know down in the comments down below. Of course, you can always hang out on Twitch, and we'll talk about it there. And I think that's all the announcements, so I think that's good. All right, we're signing off.
Peace.